Doing back squats is a great way to increase your overall leg strength and size and also progressively overload them because you can add a bunch of weight. But if you're uncomfortable with doing squats, this might be a little scary for you. So I'm going to show you a few simple ways to overload the basic body weight squat pattern that isn't quite as daunting as using this. The first thing that you can do is simply what we call a goblet squat. So you're gonna grab either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. You're gonna hold this guy at your chest, and then this is actually pretty heavy for me. And then you're gonna go down in a basic squatting form, up and down, simply like that, okay? So this dumbbell is one of my at-home dumbbells, so it's a little awkward for me to use. But normal dumbbells at the gym that just have one handle are gonna be a lot easier for you to use. That's going to be one variation. That's a goblet squat. In addition to that, you can also do another squatting variation similar to the goblet squat, but with two dumbbells. And this time you're actually going to bring these up to your shoulders. So this is a double dumbbell shoulder squat, I guess you could call it. You can either have them resting like this, you can have them resting like this. Doesn't really matter. I kind of like them like this, but really it's totally up to you. Same exact squatting pattern. Down and up. Again, we're just showing you different variations to load a body weight squat that isn't necessarily doing a back squat, so making a normal body weight squat a little bit harder. On top of that, you can then grab a box or a bench or something and then practice what we call single leg squats. These are very challenging. However, obviously, we're trying to do back squat variation that challenges your legs and doesn't use the overall back squatting technique. So this one, simply said, you're gonna go on one leg, stick the other leg forward, go down gently as low as you can, lean back very carefully, and then push up off that leg, making sure, of course, you're switching and doing both sides. If you need to hold on to something for this one, by all means, it takes a lot of balance to do it. You can also go ahead and add a pillow or something on top of it to increase the height, so it makes it a little bit easier, of course, because obviously the higher it is, the less far you need to go down. 3 exercises right there that are going to work the squatting pattern without doing the back squat directly. With that said though, I would try to, at some point, try to implement back squats. And I know it's scary, but you know, if you want to go far in fitness and really increase your strength, learning this fundamental movement is going to be crucial. One of the ways you can do back squats, and this is what we would call a regression, makes it a little less daunting, is using a box and doing box squats. So you won't be going down in a full deep squatting position, but this will kind of train your back squat in a way that's maybe a little less scary, okay? Since you're not going down as far. The cool thing is too about it is you have a landmark of where to stop. So you're just gonna kind of sit back, try to keep equal balance in your feet the whole time. Go ahead, you can fully sit down or you can kind of keep most of your weight into your feet. Doesn't really matter. You kind of mess around with both of them, down and up. But once you tap that bench, ultimately, you're gonna try to spring out of it as quickly as possible. I don't really show it there because I was showing the technique. That's a box squat. You can then go lower and lower over time. You can add weight and do that. However, if you don't wanna add weight, just start with the bar and work that basic pattern there. In addition to that, this may seem kind of silly. However, if you have a dowel at the gym, it's totally fine. And again, you know, if you feel like you're being judged by people and don't want to try this, by all means do it. Practice doing back squats with a dowel. You're gonna need to have your hands a little bit wider out because when you go down, the weight's not pushing down on you, so it's a little harder in your shoulder mobility. So put your hands out and then practice just doing squats here. So this is technically a back squat. It's just with like half a pound of weight, maybe not even. A very light amount of weight, but you're still practicing having something on your back. And although it doesn't seem like it, this is still taking a lot more balance than what you would normally do with a normal body weight squat, and there is a little bit of weight. Might not seem crazy, but that's progressive overload, guys. Doing what you can over time. This is overloading a basic body weight squat, right? It is technically more weight than doing this. So dowel, great, that great. Few different exercises there to help you out on your back squatting journey.